Howdy, howdy, everybody. Orion612 back again with a discussion video this time. I wanted to hear your thoughts and see how the community is feeling about the updated system on light leveling and retention. So I'm at 510 light level now, where the cap will be at 550. And where does Endgame begin? Is it drip fed through the seasonal conquests? Is it drip fed through waiting on dungeons and raids and updates in sandboxes? Is it built through grinding for specific tiered weapons? And how good are the weapons versus tier 1, tier 2, or just weapons that haven't been brought into the system itself, like dungeon, raid, and nightfall exclusives, activity exclusive weapons, event exclusive weapons. I'm curious, like, prior to this system overhaul and with the introduction to the portal system, it's been a whole level of just wait, give it a year, stay optimistic, delusionally or addictively, dip from the game, boycott the game, hate on it. The community right now, the temperature seems to be quite high, the player count is low, the releases are getting smaller, and the prices are continuously the same. Now, I'm not understanding currently now the point of playing after you defeat retention. You obtain the weapons that you need. You get tier 5. You get your tier 5 armor. You get your 105 to 110 stats. I think currently now to get specific ones with the actual added bonus, the balance tuning, it's like 1 in 124 or something like that, which does keep you kind of on that hamster wheel looking for a perfect build. But given around the 100, 150, 200 stat mark, outside of that, you acquire your build with or without tier 5 grinding in regards to your guardian rank or your light level. You'll get there, because really all you need is 1 or 2. If you have it balanced at 5 100 stats versus 1 200 stat to 1 140 stat, how much better was it before to have 100 recov, 100 intellect, and 100 discipline on, let's say, a warlock? What is the difference? What is making it feel fun, feel powerful, feel worthy? Because it doesn't seem that amazing having obtained all these tier 5 sets, all these tier 5 weapons. You know, the goal of that was to make it feel powerful. Now, when you're in the end game and you've unlocked, let's say, the conquests, which to me, it's what looked like their intention was to have it as the final end game, for guaranteed lootapalooza or a loot explosion, similar to the trials rework when you got there regardless of your 7 win streak, which was also reverted. I don't know why. Probably retention. But at a certain light level, it doesn't matter. Tier 5s drop left, right, and center. Right now I just hop into fire team ops. I'm just going over and over and over, and it bores out. Even though you have a meta build, the real key factor to this is the power delta and the modifiers that are being put into place. So you're going through all this trouble, you're getting all the powerful weapons. Now, from a beginner standpoint, or a new player, or a new light standpoint versus a vet, we were both kind of rug pulled with this, assuming we would be stronger, having never ever experienced in, well, we've had adept mods, but everything is enhanced. All the mods are enhanced. All the barrel perks are enhanced. All the mag perks are enhanced. All the origin traits get enhanced. Everything. You know, perk in column 1 and column 2 enhanced. Everything's enhanced. Now, do they feel stronger? Or do they only feel like crazy OP when you're playing not endgame activity? Like, I guess the discussion that I'm trying to have is endgame still rigged? Because prior to the Edge of Fate and the whole overhaul and change in quality of updates, well, quote unquote, quality of life changes that Destiny's made, they're not that different. If anything, you feel less powerful and flexible. There was supposed to be creativity in the builds. People are coming out with builds all over the place, but it still sticks down to one crazy meta warlock, one crazy meta hunter, one crazy meta titan for any and all endgame activities. Kind of like what we had in the past. But back in the past, when we had GMs to farm for specific weapons and rolls that we wanted to get, our issues were really the RNG on the weapon roll. So we would farm these. But you felt powerful. You were able to get these done solo. And a team of 3 would be a joke. You'd farm them quick. You figured out cheese spots. You built game knowledge. Now it's like you see 4, 7, 8 damage, 2 full clips to kill a yellow bar, just a basic ad. Like, I don't understand the end game of this. It's just a power delta. So I could be at 550 and hop into a conquest that's minus 30, minus 40 delta, and it gives you all these modifiers. And technically I should still be pretty strong with it, but it's a set delta. Kind of like Grandmasters, yeah. But I guess the point that I'm trying to make is now with the modifiers, they have all these extra new ways to die, and the revamp of the enemy AI, I don't know if it's been just like an AI program has been put into the code to rearrange these things, and then they actually manually go in and make changes when they see it's too intense. But like, no starting ammo, no HUD, avant-garde, just strange modifiers, and they handicap you, but it's a rigged handicap, whereas no matter what loadout you have, it's a good luck try. Whereas that's not really game knowledge. It's just like, if you hop into Fickrell's castle, you have no starting ammo, so you're forced to use a primary. You can't have double specials. You could, but then you have to have all your stats tuned to abilities, plus your stats, they have to be put into ability regeneration, which removes it from the weapon stat. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just find it strange. Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing endgame anymore. I'm just seeing like it's a race for a light level number to do activities that are kind of, it's just enemy AI tuned up. And the amount of bugs that occur with that, I don't know if anybody's been experiencing this as well, is I've been trying to do these conquests and figure them out and learn how they operate. But after a certain amount of threadlings or ability spam or super spam, or where I'm located in different areas of the conquest, My super just doesn't function anymore. My Phoenix dive just doesn't heal. No threadlings come out. All of a sudden, my primary weapon is in. You just can't see it. I'm just first person with no weapon drawn. I just find it strange. Like, have they noticed this? Have they play tested their actual end game in its own? Or is this just the goal for retention? And that's as far as they got now. Because back then, there was like a layout and a plan for how they were going to do things. And they would make slight changes here and there if they saw busted uh, weapons or specials or abilities or little tricks and glitches and cheeses. Now it seems like it's purposely done. Like it feels like Quick Fang was an actual discovery of a bug versus Sturm and Drang was like right in the trailer, and they must have known it buffs ability uh, damage, and it's like 360%. Like they must have seen that. There couldn't have been zero people testing this, right? Or is it just like data and AI responses that they're getting there because they've been siphoned out of workers? I'm not too sure. But back with regular GMs, they'd have a sandbox preview and sandbox tuning where you knew things were going to be meta, where you didn't really have to go out and test so much of things, and there'd be niche little builds, niche weapons in PvP, niche builds in PvP, niche builds for GMs, niche builds for raids, damage rotations. It was very simple. Now it's just scattered. Like the community is doing more socializing and troubleshooting with each other in comment sections and video releases than what we're seeing what's going on with Bungie. And I know we're never ever going to get an honest truth about that, given that they probably have NDAs and they take their job seriously. It's a high paying job. So that I get, but a little transparency on Endgame and a little creativity in regards to Endgame content. Like, imagine if conquests weren't reverted. You reach 550 light. By the time you get there, you have gone through hundreds and hundreds of activities. You for sure have all your weapons. You for sure have your proper stats. And you know, with all the different types of armor sets that they have now, with the 2 set and 4 set bonuses, that there's only 1 or 2 that are like S tier for damage resistance and for healing, and like the Bushido set is highly sought after. I just find it strange. Like, I'm here now, like realizing once Renegade kicks off, we're gonna have a whole new slew of unplanned bugs, probably staged, busted stuff. Is that like the retention perception? Is like they lean into like, hey, they know we don't QA, so let's just purposely make something busted. Hey, they know all their light level is going to get reverted, so they're going to be back trying to obtain the end game things. Like Guardian rank 9, that just seems like the end. 10 and 11, what are you getting out of it? Are you getting an emblem? Are you getting a specific glow on your armor? Are you getting a specific title? Does it unlock perks to have your own unique checkpoints in dungeons and raids? There's no like actual creative end game to this. It's just get there, do this over and over, and when you get there, you're there. You're not retented anymore. And back then I didn't find, you know, there's no vendors, so the grind into that doesn't keep resources coming in. Here now, if you want, again, it was very easy. Warlock, Titan, Hunter. It took what, 2 or 3 enhancement cores, maybe 3 or 10,000 glimmer, infuse 1 piece of armor to match the light level in case I need a hunter for a specific activity I was playing with friends, which was another thing. I don't play with anybody anymore because no, all the people in my clan and all my friends online just don't play the game anymore because it's just not fun. There's no fun to it. It's like the layout of Edge of Fate feels like it's a corporate design versus the player's creativity, the dev's creativity versus fun. They just want you there. Like it shows in its feel, in its blandness. And I know it's like it's super early these stages for the portal, but I don't get it. Like if I want to switch to I haven't even had a chance to play my Titan and Hunter. Like none throughout the whole start of Edge of Fate. Just because one, it's the unstable cores. I'm never at a million unstable cores, which is ridiculous. Why would I ever want to get that? But it's like 25,000 unstable cores for one piece. And to get that, I'll have to play like 4 or 5 hours to get enough to infuse one armor piece, one weapon, bring up a light level. That's insane, man. Like, it's again, that's retention, corporate based design. It's not, there's nothing creative, nothing grindy about it. It's just like a playtime choice that was made. Like, yeah, we're good with that. You know, from one or two enhancement cores to like 20,000. That's like an insane percentage markup on resources. Anyway, I'm curious if people who have reached 450 to 550, you must have all the weapons. You must have all the rolls you need because tier 5 gives you, there's only maybe what, 3 or 4 different rolls before you get the pure god roll. And then the armor, wow, it doesn't really matter because it's just about the build itself. I get it. The featured gear is going to be going away, but currently I have 12 build slots in my inventory. 10 or 12. I think it's 12. And I use 1 or 2 with my warlock. And when you test out stuff that isn't featured, well, forget it. You're losing out percentages on damage resistance or free kinetic, special, or heavy slot damages. So they just become more bullet spongy in the end game. Like I'm just confused, like where the guidance of upcoming expansions are going to be. Are they just going to pitch us an expectation, under deliver, we get upset, they fix things? Like that's kind of been the shtick anyways. Like that's also a very corporate mentality of business. You know, I don't know. I just find it weird. Like I'm approaching the end game. I haven't even tried the raid because there's no point until the feat system is updated. There's no point. I'm not going to bother with tier 1 to tier 3 when I can just get tier 5. But now I'm thinking like, what's the point of tier 5? It's not actually making me hit harder. It's not making me reload faster. You know, like I don't get it. Like a tier 1 armor can give you more reload. A reload mod can give you more reload. The armor sets themselves with all their perks, like it's kind of laughable. There's nothing crazy about it. I think there's just one armor set that gives you a 40 or 30 or 45% damage resistance for 1 second. You know, the illustrious set I've just been pairing with the Yeartide Apex with a heal clip to get added heals and recuperation mod to have it stacked just in case I have a build without devour. You know, and lastly, I just want to talk about prismatic. All the other basic light and dark subclasses, they need to come on par with prismatic. Prismatic is just like you've got bleachers, your bleacher seats you buy for a baseball game, which is where the light and dark subclasses are sitting. And then you got like front row, behind the catcher tickets. They cost 3-4 grand a ticket, and that's where Prismatic is sitting, just looking up at you guys, laughing. Like, we need more abilities. We need more ways to incorporate armor sets that offer certain perks that Prismatic has into the light and dark subclasses that can't grant you Radiant. They can't get you Amplified. They can't give you Devour. Like, Strand has zero healing. You have to use a weapon. You have to use a mod to it. Whereas Prismatic, you can have all three, all four: Amplified, Radiant, Devour, Damage Resistance. You can have them all procced all at the same time and never ending. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much polarizing up and down and back and forth with Titan, Hunter, and Warlock that there's no general feel that there's any use of them. If it is, the playstyle is so slow versus Prismatic. There's a lot more loose fluidity to your build as you play in game. And the enemy AI at Ultimate, if you don't have any damage resistance or amplified, you're just dead. It's just, nope, it just doesn't happen, especially as a solo player. In threes, yeah, sure, you can have a third guardian throw you a healing nade or amplify you with ascension, but this, I don't know, it just doesn't. There was a balance before, and I understand change is hard, and this is new, but the solo experience and then like forcing us to stay alone in a grind, disconnecting us from all the communities outside of just watching reactionary content created by the Destiny community, it's not fun. It feels hollow a bit, soulless, or neglected, you know? Like, I'd rather have a little more agency from people that are working within Bungie, be a lot more transparent and connected to those communities to keep them informed, to keep them at a certain baseline, that when they do log in on their free time to play and grind, the communication is there. They know what the intent is. They know how to reach activities. They know how to reach out and play. Another weird thing I don't understand is why, like, you have 4 icons: Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, Crucible. Why isn't there Fireteam Finder here? Why is it like I gotta go in here and then it's there? Is it just because back in the day everyone was used to going here and to their friends and clan that it's there? And then World and Portal. Why not have the portal here? Why does the portal have its own thing? Kepler, I couldn't give a crap about. It's just trash. It's garbage. I haven't been to Kepler since I beat the campaign, but and seasonal hub, like, these things need to be highlighted. Like, imagine someone, a new light player, would he even think of coming play now? What is play now? Where's a conquest? Shouldn't conquests be here if it's like true endgame, so that it's enticing? Like, oh, what is that? Oh, it doesn't unlock until I get to a certain light level. Again, this is traditionally, they overcomplicate things. They either under or over deliver on things. Things are busted. I've been ranting and ranting and ranting. I'm a vet player. I love the game, but I'm just curious, like, when you overcome retention, what does the game actually have? Is it just like a time gate where, okay, I'm done, I beat it, there's no need to get anything more? If it's a live action game, the social space is diminished, players have fallen off, like, shouldn't there be incentive for that? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just ranting on on a nothing burger. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna cut it off there just because I don't know how long the video's been going. It's just off the cuff. I got no notes, no nothing, nothing scripted. I just played today and it made me think like my light level is gonna go back. My guardian rank is gonna go down. Those things are gonna create more fire in the community, so they're gonna mitigate and do damage control on socials with these LUD live updates. They are gonna they're gonna poke the bear. They're gonna test and see how far they can take it before they fix it. It seems like they're fully aware of that give and take, that they're gonna take a lot more than they give back now. And upcoming, when the next after Renegades, whenever their next annual expansion drops, I'm very curious about the price. Like, I'm starting to question, like, is it worth buying? Like, I for the last 8 9 years, I've pre-purchased the deluxe, get all 4 seasons, all the battle. It seems cheaper to pay one by one. Now it seems like maybe, yeah, I might have to wait and see, you know, which is kind of sad because I'm gonna want to play it because I like playing it. But because the trust there has been so busted and the transparency and the doors have closed, I don't know. The end of the like I could play GMs all day long farming for weapons uh, uh, prior to Edge of Fate. I could practice doing all the solo ones. Now I'm limited to specific activities. Like if you go into World and you'd originally want to do your Grandmaster, there'd be a Grandmaster. You started with a little icon here, and then it got its own little playlist. But now, if you're going in, you have Master. Like, all right, cool. Going to Master. All right, I'll get an exotic gear. The classics, you know. You get a Nightfall weapon. But it's Master, you know. Grandmaster doesn't exist here. It only exists now in the portal. So if I want to play Grandmaster, I can only play what's here. I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna take time to swap everything over. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that because this is just me chewing the fat. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate or a lot of people telling me, "Well, too bad. Get off Destiny. Go touch grass." Dude, I do it every day. I'm out, but in any case, I love you guys. I love this game. I hope it gets better. But there's a final straw with this year whether I decide to continue going with it. And never thought I would say that, but it is an old game, and maybe sometimes it's just time to move on. So, leave a like. Don't leave a like. Leave a dislike. Sub. Don't sub, man. Do whatever you want. Thanks for listening to my rant, and I'll catch you guys in the next vid with some actual D2 content, because I'm just trying to get my light up high enough to do the last 2 Grandmasters, to get to Guardian rank 10 and unlock the last 2 ultimate conquests. So, till then, I'll catch you in the next vid. All right, peace.